Hello guys, you see this beautiful dress on my screen. That is what I want to teach you guys. uh, it's a fitted dress, as you can see, but I'm not going to cut in form of breast that I want to use I'm not going to cut in form of princess cut. I'm going to use side dart and the front dart to form the breast part. So all you need to do is just fold your darts about 1 to 1.5 inch, then you direct it towards your bust point. You are going to direct it towards your bust point. So my bust point is 9 inches. So you're going to allow the dart to slant a little bit. So it's going to be the folding is going to be below your armhole. Then you direct it towards your bust point, just like the way it is shown in the video right now. So this is my under bust. Just add about 3 inches for the waistline. And definitely on this part is my bust point. On this point is my bust point. So all you need to do is just like taking your basic body's measurement, shoulder divided by 2, then my armhole using 7 inches, my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches, the under bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. So same as the waistline. Waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. So all you need to do is just connect. Then you're going to curve your armhole. Below your under bust, then you just take it to the bust point. So after that, all you need to do is just cut out like this. That side that will definitely make it look like a breast cut if you shape it very well. So cutting the back now. You are not going to open that folding, you are going to leave it that way. Then you trim out, leaving 2 inches behind for the zip allowance. You know, at times I usually say the back can be higher than the front. Yeah, it can. It only makes it looks more professional. So here 4 inches, that's bust span. That's where you're going to insert the front dart, and it's going to have that at the back also. This is the zip part. So it doesn't mean that if you make it equal at that shoulder level that you're not going to get what you want. So this 3.5 inches, then this 3 inches. So either you make it higher at the shoulder level or you make it equal, you're still going to get it right. But it's more professional when you make the back higher than the front. So this is back neck, not as deep as the front one. Not as deep as the front one. So that is the lining. After cutting the lining, all you need to do is just place on the fabric. But mind you, when you want to cut on the fabric, you are not going to fold it this way. You are going to stretch. You are going to open it, stretch it. You are going to stretch it. Your own is to just try to notch that part so that when you turn, you know where to take your side dart. So you are going to cut out the same shape. So when you get to this part, just notch so that you won't get confused on where to sew from. When you get to that part, you also notch the front part. So this is the front. You do the same thing on cutting the back. So after when you might have done this, you turn the neck, you sew the back, you fold into two, then you take your back dart, sew about 1 inch, then you sew it up, leaving when it's like 4.5 inch to the end part, you stop there. So this is the front. The same thing, place the fabric on the lining. You're going to turn your neck. After that, you top stitch, fold your side dart, sew about 6 inches, 1 inch to 6 inches, from here to 1 inch to 6 inches, 6 inches. Then the front part, you sew about 1 inch up to the bust point. The same thing on this other side, up to the bust point. That is what I want to go and do now. So this is it. I've already turned the neck and I've taken the dart, as you can see. So this one is that. Another thing you can do is, if you like, you can also take that from the armpit. You can also take that from armpit too. But if you don't want to, just take the side and the front. It's definitely going to look like a breast cut. If you look at this, you can see the shape around here. It's already pop up already. It's already pop out. So after when the person puts it on, it's definitely going to look like a breast cut. You're not going to have unnecessary allowance there. So after when you take your side and the front, that definitely the front is going to be longer than the back. So all you need to do is just place on it, you arrange it like this. So that excess, you're going to trim it off. That is after confirming your waistline. So the underbust, the shoulder to underbust is 13 inches. So this is the 13. You're going to trim. Then the waistline is 16 inches. So you're going to trim, leaving adding about ½ inch for the joining. So this is it. So this armhole part, you retrim to that 7 inches. Then you trim this other part out too, so that the upper part becomes very neat. So this is it. As you can see, this is it. This is the upper part. So for now, we are done with this upper part. So cutting the down part, you can easily just use this upper part to cut the front part. You can easily just use this to cut the down part, because it's gonna be, it's a short fitted dress. So just place on it. Just place on it like this. Then this is 9 inches, the hip line from the waist. That's 9 inches. That's 9 inches from the waist. Now the full length is 38. The full length is 38. So just place on it with ½ inch. Get your 9 inches for the hip line. Then on your hip line, you are going to measure your hip. Hip is 40 divided by 4, which is 10 plus 2 inches. So you are definitely going to remove 6 inches from the hip line. So you're going to have 34 here. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. You had your 2 inches. You connect like this, then to the waistline. Then to the waistline. So you cut out. So now you're going to use this front part to cut the back. You can actually use this back just to cut the back also, but it will require you to start taking measurement again. It will require you to start taking measurement of the hip, leaving allowance at the back and all that. But to make it easy, I think it's better is just use the front. Use the front to cut the back. Just use the front to cut the back. This is zip allowance, leaving 2 inches. Then you are going to add 1 inch here because of the dart at the back. So you leave 1 inch extension there. So you notch that part, that is the zip allowance. Just give that back a little shape there because of the butt. Because of the butt at the back. So instead of leaving it to 2 inches all through, just this part 2 inches. Then this upper part and the down part will be 1.5. So that will be have little curve there. So you are going to cut on you cut out on the fabric. So after cutting out on the fabric, you're definitely going to leave about 2 inches allowance at the down part because of the turning. So you drag it, you make it equal. You sew, then you drag it up so that it will fold the down part. Then after take to your machine. Then you join the shoulder, the waistline. You join together. That's that about the front. Then the back, the same thing. You drag it down, make it equal the down part. Then you join with about ½ inch. Then you drag it up. You tack together. Fold it into 2 like this. Then you take your back dart 1 inch to 5.5 inches. Then you are going to join the waistline too. So after, when you might have joined the upper part with the down part, what you do to do is just take your measurement, take your normal body measurement, bust, waist, hip, then the down part. Then you join together. So this is it. I've already joined it. Together. I've already joined it together and I've already ironed it. That is what it's going to look like. So now what you do is take your final measurement at the back. It's very good when you take your final measurement at the back. You'll be able to avoid some bumps there. You don't have unnecessary folding at the back. Bust measurement divided by 2, waist measurement divided by 2. under measurement divided by 2, then hip measurement divided by 2. And you just connect. So this is it. You can see the shape of the measurement after taking it. It's not straight. It's going to follow the necessary curves at the back. Our back is not straight, so the measurement has to follow it that way. So you are going to join. You're going to join that back, join the shoulders. Take your shoulder measurement, then your normal armhole circumference. Take your normal armhole size. It's better you use chalk to mark it out, your normal armhole circumference before cutting, so that you get it accurately. So having done that, now we're going to go to the sleeve. This 18 inches. You're going to cut a basic sleeve here. Measure your 5 inches here for the curve, for the armhole curve. So bicep measurement is 13 inches, which is 6.5. You're going to mark. Then your armhole circumference. My armhole circumference here is 18, which is 9. You're going to connect. Then the round sleeve is 4, which is 8. It's going to be 4. So you connect. Then you add your 1 inch allowance. The chalk is not writing well because it's a lace material. So this is the basic sleeve. So this is the second one. You use this first one to trim out the second one. And mind you, the sleeve is going to have a flay at the round sleeve, just half flay. You can see the way I did the folding. See the way I do the folding, just twice. So this is 4. So definitely the ear will be 2. Here will be 2. Then you get the desired length. I'm using 7 inches. Using 7 inches. Place at the center, measure 7. Place at the other side, measure 7. Then you cut it round. So this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. Yeah. You can decide to mix yours a full flay depending on how you want it. So it's also going to have a puff from the armhole part to half of the sleeve. So the half of the sleeve is about 11 inches. That is to the elbow part. It's 11 inches. So you measure from that point to 11, then you notch. You are going to demarcate that place so that when fixing the puff, you don't have problem. So this is it. You are definitely going to do the same thing on the other sleeve. So you're also going to fold half flay like this. We fold half flay like this. Then this upper part, I don't really want it to have measurement because I want it to be big, because it will have pleating at the shoulder part. At the shoulder level is going to have pleating, so I'm making this place around 8. If you want it to be exact, you don't want pleating at the shoulder level, that means you have to measure your round armhole circumference there so that you don't have any excess. But if you want to have excess there, you just make it as big as you want it. So now the half sleeve is 11, that is the elbow level is 11, so I'm going to add about 2 inches to make it 13. So after the puff is going to fall a little bit, it's going to cover the joining a little bit. So 13 inches. You connect, and this down part, this side is going to be under the armpit, so it's not going to be as long as 13. So normally this is the 11 that we had there. This is the 11. So you're going to remove about 2 inches from that 11. You remove 2 inches from that 11, so to make it 9. So here 9 is okay, because if you make it that 11 or 13, that armpit part will now come down. It will be longer than the normal sleeve, so the shape will not be round. It will fall more on that pit side, so it's better it's shorter like this. So by the time you do your whatever magic you want to do, it will still become, the sleeve will still become normal. It won't be longer. So you're going to cut through like that. So after that, all you need to do is just notch the center, then get the center of this sleeve. So you're going to pleat all through like this. Then you pleat this other side too. You're going to pleat this other side too. Then you take it up, you tag it round. Definitely you're going to have excess, so you pleat it at the shoulder part. Then after doing that, then this one you are going to attach it here. So after attaching, you now take your round sleeve bicep measurement and you join your sleeve. So as simple as that. You can see how beautiful it is. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.